It is Monday, August 25th, 2025. Thank you for being with me and all the likes and comments on the videos. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. All right, watching Fernand, that is pushing off to the northeast and east of Bermuda. It is not coming into Bermuda. And then watching this tropical wave that brought some of us those downpours yesterday and last night as expected. Thank you for leaving those comments, location, what kind of weather you have going on. But I'm not seeing much development out of this right now. So still just kind of watching it, and we'll watch it each day. There is a tropical wave right here. It will move across the Caribbean. I want to track that with you and the winds in that in this video. Plus, here's that flare-up of rain as expected. I was mentioning this a few days ago, early in the week, we'd start to get a better chance of rain. Providencia, San Andres, parts of Honduras, spilling over toward Belize, Guatemala, a higher chance of some rain, and we could get some scattered areas of rain and storms, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, and Cuba. So tracking that. Now, as we get deeper into the Atlantic, here's one tropical wave, and then watching a few disturbances out there, right? Not a whole lot. New tropical wave just coming off the coast of Africa, but I'm not seeing big signs of development in these in the short term. I am seeing some bigger areas of rain and storms that will eventually come off the coast of Africa in about a week or so. Those are the ones that are a little bit more likely to develop. But let's get back to this tropical wave we're watching moving through the Caribbean. It will continue to track all the way through the Caribbean into the Western Caribbean by the end of the week. But the American, the European, the Canadian, and now the Icon model all have this not developing. That is some good news. What would be great is if it doesn't develop, but brings some of us some rain where we need to get it. Eventually, by the end of the week, we'll see an increase of rain as we work our way toward the Western Caribbean. So I do want to track that. Here's the modeling on this, and you can see these squiggly lines. Some of the computer models are no longer picking up on this. When it's a healthier system, a bigger system, you get a lot more lines than this. So this is just showing that tropical wave that is moving from St. Lucia, Dominica, and then pulling off toward the west. And most of the this is a different type of model here. Most of the models are keeping this below, of course, tropical storm, tropical depression status. So just an area we're going to watch together. Keep an eye on these, though. Anytime this time of year we get tropical waves moving through the Caribbean, and we continue to see those, you get 50 to 65 a season moving through. Anytime you get that, you do monitor for the water temps for some development. Water temperatures are very warm. The Gulf, Bahamas, Western Caribbean, very warm water. It's always warm this time of year, but it's a little extra warm because this area hasn't seen a lot of activity as of late. That has allowed those temperatures to warm up. So I'll monitor everything carefully, of course, as we go forward. Now, here's the look in the Caribbean. Then I want to widen out and show you some rain and some cooler weather up to the north over toward the U.S. parts of Canada. But here's some of the increased rain in Central America. Here's that tropical wave that will slide off toward the west of Guadeloupe and Martinique, and then watching again over toward Florida, where it has been so soggy. I'll break that down in just a second as we expand out the view. But here we go. By tomorrow, this tropical disturbance, tropical wave, whatever you want to call it, slides by Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, not a lot. Southern areas, better chance of getting some rain, Jacmel, Santo Domingo, and then southern coast of Puerto Rico, we could see some showers and storms. And then you see by Wednesday, eastern Cuba, Jamaica, still Haiti, a chance of some scattered areas of rain and storms as this tropical wave moves by. Increased rain parts of Cuba, Cayman Islands, Honduras, Belize, Nicaragua by the end of the week. You can see it here, but not seeing any big signs of development. So just an increase in some of the rain. Jamaica, for example, some of us have gotten some showers and storms. Others, we have been way too dry. So hopefully this gives us a better shot of rain. And then we'll just be waiting on the end of the week, not only watching for any signs of development, but what's going to come off the coast of Africa to see if anything does start to develop out in the tropical Atlantic long term. Now, watching the winds in this, not an organized system, so just kind of monitoring some of the gustier winds, mainly southern coast of Jamaica, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. A little bit breezy over toward the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, St. Croix, for example. We'll get some of those gustier winds, but nothing really crazy. Some of the gusts around 50 to about 60 kilometers an hour, 30 to about 40 miles per hour. But even watching over toward the ABC Islands, while this doesn't look like it's going to really bump up the rain chance too high, we will get some gusty winds. ABC Islands, northern Venezuela, northern Colombia. This here is through Wednesday, and you see kilometers an hour and miles per hour. Both of of the units, so nothing super crazy. But again, along the coast, we will get some gustier winds as this tropical wave slides by. Now, looking to the north, here's Bermuda. This is what will be left of Fernand, and then up toward the north, some welcome rain for parts of the Atlantic region of Canada. But this front has really been hanging on for days and days, but that has allowed cooler, fall-like air for parts of southern Canada into parts of the United States. Definitely a different feel. I will keep an eye on these fronts. Sometimes you get some moisture, some spin up, something trying to spin up along old fronts off the southeast of the United States. So I'll monitor that for any development. Not seeing that as of now. Watching still by later tomorrow, Newfoundland for some of the additional rain that will be possible. Hopefully that helps out with some of the wildfires, but high pressure really dominant across much of the United States, and that has filtered in some of the cooler air from Quebec and Ontario. And then you see some of the showers moving by Quebec, Ontario, still over toward Nova Scotia, chance of a couple showers as we work our way into Wednesday, and then monitoring that front that'll be near Bermuda, and once again just hanging out around Florida, keeping it busy with some additional rain and storms as we go through the upcoming week. Now, here is Fernand, here's Bermuda. This will stay to the northeast by a good measure, south and east of the Avalon Peninsula. So that one not a big factor. That'll kind of wash away in the northern Atlantic. So that's the name. The next name on the list is Gabrielle, then Umberto, Imelda, Jerry, Karen, Lorenzo. And you get kind of an up and down pattern through the hurricane season. We've been a little bit busy. We might be a little bit quieter over a week or two, and then it's going to pick up again. I just watched the available moisture in the atmosphere. That happens in kind of cycles as we go throughout the season. Now, the wave heights, that spot there to the east of Bermuda, that is with Fernand, so of course higher seas. But we'll have a bit of a chop here. Jamaica over toward Haiti, the Dominican Republic, even near Puerto Rico the next few days. This is through midweek. Some elevated seas near the ABC Islands through the end of the week, just as this tropical wave traverses the Caribbean. But the Gulf, very quiet, very warm as well. So watching that for deeper into the hurricane season. If anything kind of finds its way into the Gulf, it could really flare up quickly, as we well know. Now, looking at the rain totals, once again, here is that old front, the Bahamas. We have 700 plus islands. Central, southern Bahamas were mainly dry. Northern Bahamas, better chance of some of the rain that's been back through Florida, where there could be a couple inches of additional rain. Spotty areas of rain and storms, eastern Cuba back through Jamaica, where we get that the next few days. Again, not all of us are going to get it, but where we get it, 75 millimeters of rain or 3 inches of rain will be possible. Hit or miss Haiti, the DR, Puerto Rico, British and U.S. Virgin Islands, from St. Croix to St. Martin, down toward Guadeloupe, kind of passing showers. A little bit more today still as this tropical wave passes by Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, and Barbados. In Grenada and Trinidad, we're still going to watch out for some rain. Trinidad and Tobago, monitoring that chance of some scattered showers. If we get some repeat showers in spots, we could get some isolated areas of flooding, some spots over 50 millimeters of rain. Suriname, not a lot. Guyana, scattered. Watching northeastern Venezuela and, of course, deeper into Venezuela. That's where we have some higher rain totals. Same thing in Colombia. Then we swing around the Horn, especially coastal sections, Caribbean side, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, seeing that chance of some flooding. Belize, we'll see an uptick in some of the rain later today. Still not for all of us, but scattered areas of rain. If we do get some rain, we'll get a few spots that will get over an inch of rain or 25 millimeters of rain. Again, around Mexico City, very busy. Spotty showers will get over toward Merida and Campeche. Texas, not a lot. You get toward the Panhandle, though, working your way toward really North Texas into Oklahoma. That's where there's going to be another system diving down with some rain and storms. So an overall high pressure, dominant feature parts of the U.S., bringing down some of the cooler weather. So you see, as the week goes on, the rain chance will start to take up some for us in Jamaica. Spotty showers possible around, kind of hit or miss across the Cayman Islands. Trinidad and Tobago, we have that 50% chance today, down to a 30% chance tomorrow. Generally the same thing in Barbados, and swinging back towards St. Lucia. Could get a couple downpours, so we're going to monitor that through the day as that tropical wave will be sliding off toward the west. Grenada, rain chance 50% today, and another 50% chance St. Vincent and the Grenadines with that tropical wave around. A 60% chance, though, in Martinique. We've had some of the rain nearby overnight. Same thing in Dominica. Rain chance drops off, though, tomorrow. Guadeloupe, 50% chance for today. Antigua, Barbuda, isolated 30% chance today, a 20% chance for tomorrow. Isolated shower passing passing by St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat, and just a 20% chance Anguilla and St. Bart's, 20 to 30% chance St. Martin, Saba, and Statia, and isolated thunderstorms possible and showers possible, especially south side of Puerto Rico as we work our way into the Caribbean side. Passing showers possible, U.S. and British Virgin Islands. Little uptick tomorrow into Wednesday as we get kind of on the backside of that tropical wave. Northern Bahamas, better chance of getting some rain. Turks and Caicos were mainly dry over the next few days. Passing shower possible. Scattered areas of rain favoring southern sections of the Dominican Republic. And you see on Wednesday in Haiti, rain chance up to 50% with that tropical wave moving by. Belize, scattered areas of rain, especially central and southern sections for today. Little uptick in Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire tomorrow and Wednesday with the tropical wave moving by. Rain chance a little higher. 40 to 50% chance in Guyana, just a 30 to 40% chance in Suriname. Most of the activity to the north. Scattered areas of rain and thunderstorms, parts of Cuba. And there's that elevated chance still, Costa Rica and Panama, especially Costa Rica, better chance of some of the rain. Nicaragua, eastern sections, higher rain chance, and we'll be seeing that again as well as we get toward Honduras, eastern and northern sections, better chance of the rain. Higher chance of rain today, Guatemala and El Salvador, and the rain chance coming back at us midweek. Still around today in Mexico City, but even higher by the middle of the week. Spotty showers possible, Merida, then on the flip side, Cancun, Cozumel kind of scattered about. Northern Colombia, 50% chance, 50 to 60% chance in northern Venezuela, and in Bermuda, Fernand staying away, but watching the fronts that could clip us by, especially midweek, and bring us a better chance of some rain. So a tropical wave entering the Caribbean, some pockets of heavier rain, very low chance of development at this point, but we'll watch it together throughout the week, and Fernand, that will continue to stay away. The next name on the list is Gabrielle. So thank you for being part of this weather community. I hope you have a great start to the week.